On this picture, we got Chris here, who is the talent. Give a round of applause to Chris.
The real Thor.
We did a company photo shoot. I think this is what, a year and a half ago? Year and a half ago? We need to do an updated one, so that's something we have to schedule and get going. But I love that picture. When I was trying to decide what pictures to put up, that one popped up. I'm like, yeah, that one's going up there.
We're the exact same clothes, by the way.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit about AddictMan. For all of you that work here and have been working here, you know I take a lot of pride in our business, right? AddictMan, yes, we're a heating and air conditioning company, but we strive to be different, right? There's hundreds and thousands of HVAC contractors out there. Most of you have worked at other companies before you've been here. And I think it's really important to just differentiate yourselves, right? Well, we offer HVAC services just like our competition does, but we have big goals at AddictMan, right? When people think of air conditioner in Sacramento, we want them to think AddictMan. And without a great team of people involved in the company, we cannot accomplish that. So hopefully you take pride in working here and being an AddictMan. I know I do, and I know a lot of you do as well. But it's a great thing to be here. This event is a prime example. Last weekend we took everyone paintballing who joined us for that. Who went paintballing in this room? All right, cool. Yeah, so that was a fun event. You know, we're gonna talk a lot about this, but I know it's a job, right? Everyone is here to make a paycheck. That's what we're here for. And there's a difference between clocking in for the day and making a paycheck and going home and just getting caught in that circle of 9 to 5, which is really, really easy to get caught in, right? But if you take pride in what you're doing and pride of where you work, then it makes life so much better, right? Being able to have a sense of pride in what you're doing and why you're doing it. And that's what we hope to accomplish at AddictMan, and hope that you feel that way when you're working here. So, proud to be an AddictMan. Being an AddictMan is more than just a job, it's a commitment to excellence. We're all HVAC techs, most of us here, or do sales, right? But when you're doing that work, we talk about it in the sales meetings all the time. When you're in a home, you are there to serve, not to sell, right? We talk about how, obviously, money makes the world go round. It's something that you have to come to terms with, and you have to understand about the world we live in. It's just the way the world works. But there's a right way of going out and making money and building a company and providing for your family, and there's a wrong way, right? It's no secret that in the HVAC industry that we kind of have a bad rap with homeowners, right? As time has gone on, we're used car salesmen coming in and upselling things that people don't need, right? And there are a lot of companies and people that do that, but we don't, right? When we go into a home, we are there to cultivate solutions for homeowners. We're there to solve problems, right? When a homeowner calls us, that means it's very simple. That means they have a problem. That's it. They have a problem that they want solved. And it's up to us to solve that issue in a way that makes sense to them, make it easy for them to understand, build a relationship with them, gain their trust, get them to know that we're here to help them, not just to sell them, right? And in the end, that results in the sale, and we put in that new whole house fan or Rheem system or Bosch unit and lower their energy bills, make their homes more comfortable, and it's a win-win for everybody, right? And we get to move forward, and you guys get to make money, provide for your families. They get to increase their comfort in their homes and provide for their families, right? So it's very important what we do. We want to be the best in the business, right? Being an AddictMan means mastering technical aspects of our trade. You guys know we just opened up that training center, which as time goes on, we're going to spend more and more time in. Thank you, Darwin, for every Monday and Tuesday he's in there training whoever it is that we throw in there, right? Give a round of applause for Darwin. And on that note, you know what? Let's talk about Darwin for a minute. Why not? One of the most Darwin. There you go. Probably one of the most quiet, kind of introverted guys on the team, but he's been with us a long time. And Darwin is phenomenal at what he does, right? I like to take pride and say that I'm a great HVAC tech. There's times him and I will butt heads about what's wrong with the unit, and we go back and forth. But I'll put Darwin right up there as one of, if not the best technicians I've ever worked with when it comes to the technical aspects of the trade. So we want to build that Attic Man Academy, right? We opened that separate training center to get our team, our current team in there to be able to improve your skills, right? Improve your diagnostic skills, improve your sales skills, installation skills, because we want you to grow, right? It's easy to work at a company and, like I said earlier, you get sucked into that 9 to 5 and you feel like you're stuck. We want you to be able to grow, and the only way you're going to be able to do that is if you increase your skills, right? And up until we opened that training center, we would hire somebody new, and what was our training program? Hey, go ride with Thomas for a week, you know? And
I didn't think it was that bad.
Thomas does a great job at that, right? But we recognize that it's not an effective way to increase skills and train new people that come onto the team. So for the future, we want to continue to build out the Attic Man Academy, right? Hopefully we get to a point where it's a full-time class, almost like a trade school, and we can bring in guys that have little to no experience, get them trained up, use it as a feeder program, find some good guys to join our team, right? Another guy that couldn't make it today. Jose's not here because he just had a baby. Congratulations for him. I think it's his second baby? Yeah, second baby?
Every winter,
So I wish he was here, but he's got to do the family thing. So everything we do is about problem solving, right? We're not just technicians, we're problem solvers. It's about approaching challenges with a can-do attitude, finding solutions, and exceeding customer expectations. Also very important, most of us here is service and sales, right? When we go into a home and we have to develop solutions for a homeowner, it's very easy for a technician to go in and just say, yeah, your control board's burned and your capacitor's pretty much out of spec. You should just get a new unit, right? And we all know, for the guys that do the sales here, what does that result in every time? Nothing, right? It's about breaking it down. What is going on with that unit? You know, what's currently the problem? What could be future issues? Spending the time to do that, we have a whole process for that, right? And our team of service and sales is exactly that. It's a team, right? Had some conversations lately about, yes, if you're in service, technically, Thomas, you're competing with Fidel. Fidel, you're competing with Mike. And Mike, you're competing with Tyler, right? Because a lot of you guys make commission on what you do. It's just, it is what it is. It's a competition internally, right? But it's also important to remember that when we succeed as a team, the company grows, you grow with it, more opportunities, making sure we're getting those 5-star reviews so that our reputation in the public stays at a 5-star level. Because do people call companies with 3 stars or 5 stars? 5 stars, right? So while you are technically competing against each other, you're also a part of a team, and that's something that's very important to me, right? Not just as the leader of this company, but also when I was in your position as a technician, right? You want the company to succeed. You want the team to succeed, because if the team succeeds, you succeed. And we get to do fun things like we're doing today. When it's easy to think, oh, we're just heating and air guys. You know, I like to think that what we do is extremely important. It's extremely important for the homeowners to have a safe and reliable heating and air system, right? When you think about heating and air, nowadays heating and air is an expectation, right? We're spoiled now as a society. You know, Sally in the summertime wants to be in her house at 72 degrees, and she gets in the car to drive to Target, and she wants the car AC to be working so she can be comfortable in the car. And then you get to Target, and you want Target to be comfortable. And if any of those things break down, is Sally upset? Very, very upset, right? Years ago, heating and air was a luxury. It was only the rich that had heating and air, right? But now it's an expectation. And what we do ensures that our homeowners are comfortable in their own home, the most important place that they can be. So that's something to think about when you're out in the field, right? You're not just there to do a job and fix the AC, right? You guys all know it's been the middle of summer, somebody's air conditioner breaks, right? What is their personality in that situation? Peachy. But that's why Attic Man is a superhero, because we are a superhero of sorts. When you fix that AC, how many of you guys have fixed someone's broken air conditioner in the summer and they treat you like you're a freaking god? right? And that feels good, right? It feels really good. I get a better feeling out of that than, working at the Target or working at a bank or something like that. We are superheroes. We're out there fixing air conditioners, making people comfortable, and protecting their families at the same time. As you guys know, I like to just kind of talk and wing things. So I didn't rehearse this, so you have to bear with me. But yes, together let's continue to embody the spirit of Attic Man in all that we do. So thank you guys for being a part of our company. From 2017 to 2018, we were just working. It wasn't long before the demand was so high that I said, you know what, I got to just take the leap, and I'm just going to open up my own business. And that's what we did, right? I opened up Attic Man. At the time, I was living in my grandma's house, and she let me rent a room out of there. She's a widow, so she's living by herself. And I was struggling financially, trying to figure out, I said, Grandma, can I rent a room from you? Yeah, so I rented a room from her, and that's where we ran the business out of. Midnight at Home Depot, finished loading up. All reloaded. There's the garage at 1 in the morning. I'm loading up the garage. And so I said, hey guys, they were already working another job. I said, hey guys, you want to do some work for me? There's a picture of Mike Owens from back in 2018. In typical Mike Owens fashion. So zoom in on that. There you go. Installing a unit. So our first install crew was me, Zach, and Owens, going around popping units in. And now Darwin gets to go back and fix them all. I can't tell you how many pictures I get from Darwin where he's like, dude, what the fuck? And I'm like, bro, that's 2018, man. It's a different time. In February of 2019, I finally got rid of that truck. And I found this video of the first van that we ever purchased. I don't know if this is still in the fleet or not.
What is it, Chevy?
It's a big Chevy Vanel's van. This is it. I'm pretty sure I slept in it that night. And this just gives you some insight on how, people have, what was it like? How did you build the company? This is it, man. Just grinding, working and grinding, just like we still do today. March of 2019 is when I got Trevor. Where you at, Trevor? All right. When I got Trevor involved. Funny story about Trevor. My ex-girlfriend, her cousin was dating Trevor, and we met at a family barbecue or something, right? And Trevor was working at Granite Construction, welding. Yeah. And we stayed in touch, and he started on the side, like when he wasn't having work at Granite, he started helping me do some installs, started teaching him the trade. And then, of course, he came on full time. Georgia has a degree in finance, obviously a very intelligent woman, and was working as a recruiter at the time, where she was literally, going to companies that needed, I need an accountant, and recruiting an accountant into the business. But we met at a concert downtown Sacramento. We hit it off. I started telling her about the business, and then as time went on, she started digging in, and she's like, what do you mean? Wait, you're paying your guys cash? And I was like, yeah, what's wrong with that? She's like, oh my God. Actually, another funny, my first insurance certificate went to a company, you called the phone number, it was a phone number in the Bahamas, and it was disconnected. I was so focused on just selling and installing everything I could. I was like, I got insurance, I'm good. And she's like, have you tried calling the number? No, she calls it, and it's like, bing. So she's like, I'm gonna help you. So that's when she came in and started cleaning everything up. And probably about 6 months into us dating, she didn't like her job. I like to travel a lot, and I'd go anywhere I can, whenever I can. And we burned through all of her vacation time, I think in like 3 weeks. And her boss came to her and said, you can't take any more time off for a whole year. And she's like, yeah, that's not gonna work. So right around the pandemic, things got weird. And I said, well, fuck it, just quit and come work with me and let's see how it goes, which is a risk, by the way, if you think about it, right? Girl you just met 6 months, and then we start working together. Oh, shit, right? But it worked out. They don't have insurance, don't have coverage.
So far, so good.
And right around this time, it's like, you know what? I need an installer, an actual full-time. Now that we can do payroll and not pay cash, we need a full-time installer. And we put an ad up, and I think you found Edgar.
I did on Craigslist.
And we interviewed Edgar in the parking lot of a Target, also known as Target. And we hired him. So Edgar was, along with Trevor, helping out. Tattoo free, yeah, now he's all sleeved up, these nice tattoos, right? And then in between September of 2019, November, we were just working out of the garage, working. And it was right around this time we decided, you know what, maybe we got something good going on here. Maybe we should turn it into a legitimate business and see how far we can take it. And that's where we found our first warehouse, Suite 150, which you see right there.
Looks a lot bigger in that picture.
Right? A big empty warehouse looks nice until you start filling it up. That's Suite 150, and that's around the time Jack, who now lives in Florida, still works for Attic Man, joined the team. Around 2022, everyone you see here joined the team. Zach, Darwin, Trevor Owens, Mike S., Derek, my best friend from high school. He was working some job. I said, come on over, dude. I'm going to teach you HVAC. He joined the team. Chris, Mason, Dustin, Jose, Rachel, Kobe, Clayton. That's where we really started to kind of build the team, right? We opened up Suite 195, the second warehouse, in June of 2022. So it was very quick that we outgrew the first warehouse and realized we're going to need more space. December of 2022 is our first paintballing event, and everyone you could see here was in that. And then last year, November of 23, we had Attic Man X. And throughout this whole time, we're just working and growing, building the install teams. I think December of 2022, I think we have 4 install crews at that point. For reference now, if you include installation, we have 10, right? So some good growth in a short amount of time. 23 to 24, and a little bit before 23, everyone on this list joined the team. Randall, Fidel, JT, John, Freddie, Mike, Michael L. Shannon. That's why it says and more. Lexi. Hey, you know what? It's like 10 o'clock at night. I'm 3 IPAs deep. Type this out, okay? You got to forgive me.
I don't know about that.
This is cool. June of 24 was our peak in terms of number of employees. We reached 88 total employees. The last SMUD event, they hold these contractor networks. I think, Maya, you were on this. They announced who the top contractors are in the SMUD program. And if you can see there, number 1, Attic Man. So that's really cool. Obviously, we do a lot of heat pump conversions. We work a lot with SMUD. We've done more heat pump conversions than any other company in the Sacramento region. And yeah, round of applause. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think this was the first time. I think it's just the first time we got a picture of it.
Yeah.
Right?
There was one last year you had.
Same thing.
Actually, I closed 2 jobs showing that photo.
Good. Yeah. For anyone service and sales, when you're in the house, this is a great photo. I have the full picture on Slack. I cut it down for the presentation, but use that in the home. Show the homeowners, hey, look, we're number 1 on their list, right? We have an A+ rating with SMUD. They audit our jobs. They love the work. Thank you to the sales team for slinging these things. You guys know this has been our bread and butter for the past couple of years.
Thank you for the smart bills.
October of 2024 is when we opened the Attic Man Academy, just recently. And most recently, some of you guys know this, but for anyone that doesn't, we just moved into a 10,000 square foot warehouse. We're moving into a 10,000 square foot warehouse. So once again, we're outgrowing our space. Right now, with both of our warehouses combined, we're at like 3,800 square feet. And now we're jumping up to a 10,000 square foot warehouse about 30 seconds down the street from the shop. So we'll start moving into that next week and should have everybody in there full time February 1st. It comes outfitted with a commercial gym that we'll have access to as employees with showers and lockers so you can come and you can work out, change before you go out for the day. which is really cool. It's a great benefit. Yeah. So I need every single dude in here to be swole by next Attic Man X, okay?
It's gonna be BMI requirements.
This is going to enable us to continue to grow the business, right? A big struggle we have right now in the warehouse guys aren't here, is just running out of room, right? When you're trying to stage jobs for 10 jobs a day inside these little warehouse spaces, it's cramped, right? Right now we shove everything in there and then we pull them out one by one and put them in the parking lot every morning so the trucks can pick them up. We won't have to do that anymore. My dad, who fixes all the vehicles in the company, is out there in the rain laying down underneath on the cement trying to fix it. We're putting in a lift for all the vehicles so we can actually have a full-on auto mechanic shop in there and fix all of our vehicles on our own. Personal vehicles too. 14.8 million, almost 15. We got really freaking close. 1,500 5-star reviews, 1,000 club members, and to 24. Where are we at this year? We're projecting hopefully 21.5. It might be a little bit lower than that. Over 2,000 reviews. We're really close to 2,000. We're what, a couple?
On Google, yes.
Just on Google.
Just on Google, yeah.
This is Google and Yelp combined.
Google and Yelp combined, yeah.
And almost 1,600 Cool Club members. Now,
18 times from 2022.
yeah, I don't know about you guys, but this kind of growth in a short amount of time, and maybe for the guys that in the vendors that have been in the industry longer than probably I have, can attest to that amount of growth in a short amount of time. All right? And that's all thanks to our team. That's thanks to you guys. It's thanks to our installers who can't be here and the people that can't be here. It's great. It's thanks to our great leadership, our vision, and everything we want to do. I did a random little podcast interview yesterday, which I posted on my Facebook. You can watch, but they're asking, like, how are you guys doing it? What's your secret? And there really is no secret, right? The secret is a great team with a great vision, passion, hard working, just knowing where we want to be, where we want to get to, and being able to execute. That's it. There is no secret formula. I will say that I think it's an advantage that a lot of us here, you look around this room, are so young. I think our average age in the company is like 34, right? I'm 31, Georgia's 31, our leadership team, right? I think that plays an advantage because we still have that energy.
Average age is 20.
What are you saying? What are you saying about Fidel?
He said that was older.
Throwing off the age.
Thomas is throwing off the age.
How old are you, Thomas? 41. Oh, shit. Yeah. If you weren't here, we'd probably be around 30. I'm just kidding. But look, you guys, numbers don't lie, right? Numbers don't lie. Salesmen know that. The data is the data. The data is real. I love numbers. I love data because you can't make it up. It's real life data. So I'm extremely proud of everything that we've accomplished, everything we continue to accomplish. He asked me yesterday in the interview, so what's the end game? Where do you want to be? To my knowledge, no company in Sacramento has ever broken $100 million a year in revenue. No HVAC company, to my knowledge. I might be wrong.
Specific to Sacramento.
Not residential, no.
There you go. I think Bell Bros got close in the 90s one time. But I like to dream big, right? We talk about this in the Service of Sales meeting. You got to have goals because goals give you something to shoot for, something to work towards, right? And when I heard that, somebody told me that, it just kind of clicked. I'm like, oh, okay. Well, I guess we have our goal, all right? So we are 20% of the way there. And I know for most of you probably look at me like, you are fucking out of your mind, bro. But I'm not. It's 100% doable. There's nothing that can stop us. Nothing that can stop us from getting that number. And when it came to our lease being up at the current warehouse and I had to make a decision to renew the lease and play it safe or add some overhead and take the leap to get to that next level, that's a scary decision, right? It's a scary decision. But I think we're capable of doing it. And that's part of the reason I took the leap, is because I want to burn the ships, put our backs against the wall. We do not have a choice but to go forward and to accomplish that goal. So I want to say thank you to everyone here and also to myself, because I'm part of your guys' team, that we have what it takes to accomplish what you see up here right now, and that we have what it takes to push forward and accomplish our immense goals that everybody else thinks is crazy. So give a round of applause. for that. Talk a little bit about our marketing. 2023 is another good metric to look at. How many website visits did we have in 2023? 16,000 website visits. Compare that to this year, 48,000 visits. It's amazing, right? Shannon heads our marketing, and I work with her very close on that because marketing, I love marketing. And that's great. That's a tremendous number. Times 4. Great job. As always, we're continuing to do events. We've actually done more sponsorship events this year than I think the past 2 years combined. During the summer, I think we were hitting up to 3 events a week. If anybody has an event, or Mike, your son is on a new Little League team, right, and you threw that our way, anything you guys want us to sponsor, we can put a logo on there, we can give back to the community, we could set up a table, right, and give things away, a concert, a baseball event, run to feed the hungry, breast cancer awareness, doesn't matter, we'll do it. We love these events, and if you guys have any of those that come up, great. Thank you to Colin and Lexi for constantly stepping up and helping work those events, right? But it's just a great way to give back to the community, right, and get our name out there and let them know, hey, I was born and raised in Sacramento. I've lived in Sacramento my whole life. I love Sacramento. I take a lot of pride in Sacramento. So any of those events come up, 100%, we are there. And we're going to constantly change and constantly improve our processes to what we believe is going to streamline everything, take stress off the team members so that we can turn this into a well-oiled machine to accomplish those goals we just talked about. Stay up to date on current rebate offerings and incentives to allow us to stay in the front of the line contractor for homeowners. Okay, this is a big change that just came out, the HERO rebate program, right? That's a big one. We were doing the SMUD program, #1 on SMUD's network, and now the HERO program comes out. California says, hey, we're changing everything. It has to be Energy Star certified, all of these rules, and what did we do? Did we sit back and say, oh, we're not going to participate? Hell no, we adapted very, very quickly, right? And that's why when you look around the room and these vendors are like, why are we switching brands? Why are we switching brands? We're doing it for a reason, right? Because we're going to constantly adapt to what the market is asking and what the market needs so that we can be successful.
I will say this, I have friends at other companies, and a lot of them have no idea that HERO rebate program is out, and the ones that do have very limited knowledge. We know a lot about it.
Oh yeah, we've been talking about it for 2 months straight,
Yeah,
right?
so we're definitely ahead of the game on that.
Stephanie from Energuy is supposed to be here to talk. I don't see her, so I got to call her. But yeah, I mean, absolutely. You know, we're always ahead of what's happening. Maintain relationships with vendors, being the #1 customer, which allows for best practice and availability in the local market. Our vendors are here, right? GoodLeap, we do tons of financing through GoodLeap. Serene back there is going to talk, right? We've got Remy Halo. We're going to start selling Remy Halos. We got Remy, we got Frederick, we got Bosch, right? Having a relationship with your vendors is extremely important, right? We are their customer. We can't survive without them. They can't survive without us. It's teamwork to continue to grow. And that's part of the reason for this event today. Continue to build those relationships. We want to add plumbing and electrical divisions to expand offerings to homeowners, right? You said straight cool, nobody's gotten to 100 million, right? But there's so many other services that we can offer. Jordan yesterday sold a, what was it, a sink rejuvenation?
Yeah.
Kitchen sink. We've sold more water heaters this year than we've ever sold before, ever. And we want to start selling water purification as well, right? Electrical, how many panels have we done?
Probably a lot more this year than we've ever done.
We've done a lot of panel upgrades, right? Partnered with TNT Electric, right? And we're going to continue to expand that and grow that out. And having this new warehouse space, 10,000 feet of warehouse space, we can do more trainings, we can hold more material, and we can accomplish that goal. There it is. Expand office and warehouse space to allow for future growth plans. And the last one is the Attic Man Academy, which we talked about before, right? We really want to dive into that and get the academy up and running so that we can continue to increase our skills and grow. That's all I have. So I'm going to let the speakers take over. But once again, thank you guys for being here. Love this event. Thank you.